Fast 7. After defeating Owen Shaw and his crew and securing amnesty for their past crimes, Dominic Tomtoretto, Brian O'Connor, and the rest of their team had returned to the United States to live normal lives again. Brian began to accustom himself to life as a father, while Dom tried to help Letty Ortiz regain her memories. Meanwhile, Owen's older brother, Deckard Shaw, broke into the secure hospital. The comatose Owen was being held in and swears vengeance against Dom before breaking into Luke Hope's DSS office to extract profiles of Dom's crew. After revealing his identity, Shaw engaged Hobbs in a fight and escapes when they detonated a bomb that severely injures Hobbs. Dom later learned from his sister Mia that she was pregnant again and convinced her to tell Brian. However, a bomb, disguised package sent from Tokyo, exploded and destroyed the Toretto house just seconds after Han, a member of their team, was killed by Shaw in Tokyo. Dom later visited Hobbs in hospital, where he learned that Shaw was a rogue special forces assassin seeking to avenge his brother. Dom then traveled to Tokyo to claim Han's body and met and raised Sam Boswell, a friend of Hans, who gave him personal items found at Hans' crash site. At Hans' funeral in Los Angeles, Dom noticed a car observing them, and after the chase, confronts its driver, Shaw. Both prepare to fight, so slips away when the covered ops team arrived and opened fire. The team was led by a man who called himself Mr. Buddy, who said that he would assist Dom in stopping Shaw if he helped him obtain the God's Eye, a computer program that used digital devices to track down a person and saved its creator, a hacker named Ramsey, from a mercenary named Mose Gigande. Dom, Brian, Letty, Roman Fist, and Dutch Parker then airdropped their cars over the Caucasus Mountain in Azerbaijan, ambushed Gigande's convoy, and rescued Ramsey. The team then went to Abu Dhabi, where a billionaire had acquired the flash drive containing the God's Eye and managed to steal it from the owner. With the God's Eye near telecommunication repeaters, the team tracked down Shaw, who was waiting at the remote factory. Dom, Ryan, Mr. Abadi, and his team attempted to capture Shaw, but were ambushed by Gigande and his team, and were forced to flee while Gigande obtained the God's Eye. At his own request, Mr. Abadi left to be evacuated by helicopter. Left with no other choice, the team returned to Los Angeles to fight Shaw, Gigande, and his men. Meanwhile, Brian promised Mia that once they dealt with Shaw, he would dedicate himself entirely to their family, while Gigande pursued Brian and the rest of the team with a stealth helicopter and an aerial drone. Ramsey attempted to hack into the God's Eye. Hobbs, seeing the team in trouble, left the hospital and destroyed the drone with an ambulance. Ramsey then regained control of the God's Eye and locked it down. Meanwhile, Dom and Shaw engaged in one-on-one brawl in a parking garage before Gigande intervened and attacked them both. Shaw was defeated when part of the parking garage collapsed beneath him. Dom then launched his vehicle at Gigande's helicopter, tossing Shaw's bag of grenades onto skidded before injuring himself when his car landed and crashes. Hobbs then shot the bag and grenades from ground level, destroying the helicopter and killing Gigande. Dom was pulled from the wreckage of his car, believed dead. As Letty cradled Dom's body in her arms, she revealed that she had regained her memories and that she remembered their wedding. Dom regained consciousness soon after, remarking, "It is about time." Shaw was taken into custody by Hobbs and locked away in a secret, high-security prison 32 meters underground. At the beach, Brian and Mia played with their son, while Dom, Letty, Roman, Tej, and Ramsey observed. acknowledging that Brian was better off retired with his family. Dom silently left, but Brian caught up with him at a crossroad. As Dom remembered the times that he had with Brian, they bid each other farewell and drive off in separate directions.